haven't made a video in a while. Started a new job, and that's been taking a lot of my time. My focus really hasn't been on fishing as much, but getting kind of settled in. I'm going to try and change that. So it's December the 28th, and weather's been really weird here recently in DFW. I think, just a couple of days ago, pretty severe storms. There were some tornadoes that wound up, I think it killed 11 people, and it just got wild. So as far as fishing is concerned, I'm not sure exactly what's going on with these fish and how they've reacted to these fronts and all the wind and the rapidly changing weather. The temperatures dropped from having an air temperature of around 75 or somewhere in that neighborhood on the 26th, and now here 2 days later, I think the high for today is 41. Just checked the weather, and we're looking at 37 degrees right now surface temperature. So my hope is that the water hasn't had time to cool down and the fish will still be active. Maybe the front will turn them on. So I'm gonna go and try and throw a couple of traditional winter patterns on a pond that I actually did a frog video on a couple of months ago, and we're gonna see if we can catch a couple of them. Alright, I just threw the jig around for about 10 minutes. No bites, no fish, nothing. So I'm gonna switch it up and throw classic winter bait. That's a Strike King red eye shad. It's a 1/4 ounce size, and I think that's their chili craw color. I'm throwing it on a Dobyns Champion 705 CB glass. I just got this rod for Christmas actually, and I'm liking it a lot so far. I haven't tested it out with anything this light yet, mainly just 1.5 size square bills. So we'll see how it handles this little trap. All right. Red eye shad gets number 1 here. Sweet. Not a big guy, but on a cold day like this, glad to have him. Ooh, belly flop. First, I was working this red eye shad pretty fast. I was trying just really erratic patterns, and then on that one, all I had to do was slow down my retrieve. I started doing a steady, fairly slow retrieve, keeping my rod tip up, trying to keep that bait from collecting a bunch of stuff on the bottom. So I'm just going to try that a little bit more, just do a more steady retrieve with a high rod tip. And it seems like, in my experience, I'm not a big lipless crankbait guy, but presentation is everything with a lipless crank, more so than a lot of other baits. It seems like with a square bill, when they're on a good square bill bite, I can just straight retrieve, just bang it off a tree and you'll catch them. But lipless crankbaits, you really have to experiment and fish them a certain way to get bit for some reason. Got another guy right there. I'm really liking this 705C right now. It has a nice parabolic bend to it. You get that fish just barely hooked, but that rod stays with him real well. And it's also sensitive though. On some of the older glass rods I've had, you can't really feel the bite. You just feel your bait stop vibrating, or you feel some resistance if they hit it head on. This one, you can really feel them strike it. got a little bit faster tip than I'm used to with my other glass rods, so my accuracy in throwing square bills and my reaction baits is quite a bit better. So if you're looking for a good square bill or really just all-around rod for reaction baits, definitely take a look at the Dobyns Champion 705 CV glass. I've only had it for a couple days. I haven't had a lot of time to really put it through its paces, but I've caught a few fish on it already, and I'm really liking it so far. It's probably quickly becoming one of my favorite rods. Big or small, we'll take them all. Alright, I just busted off my only red eye shad, so I'm going to change gears a little bit and try and get a jig bite going. So, got a Dirty Jigs flipping jig, 3/8 of an ounce black and blue with a Strike King Rage Chunk trailer. And I'm throwing that on a Dobyns 735C Champion, and I've picked up a few Dobyns rods here around Christmas and my birthday, and I've been really impressed with them. So I think you're going to see a lot more Champions in my hands as I make more videos. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, mama. That may be a 5 or 6 pound fish. Yeah, maybe 4. I don't know. He's good. He's good. I think I got him pegged pretty good. Heck yeah, that's a good fish. This is by far the biggest fish I've ever caught out of here. Man alive. Golly. Fat sucker. Holy crap. Whew. 37-degree air temp. Man, what a fish. Way you go, biggin'. Whew. It's freezing. Alright, it is freezing cold. I just caught a really good fish. I'm going to end it on a high note like I like to do. This is Texas Bass Guy 13, tight lines, even when it's freezing cold in the winter.